Sarah Price was the kind of woman people never forgot. At just 24 years old, she had a magnetic smile that could light up any room and a quiet confidence that made people gravitate toward her. Born and raised in a small town in Vermont, Sarah had always dreamed of bigger things. She excelled in school, played piano at her local church, and was often seen helping neighbors with errands or caring for their children. Friends describe her as kind, ambitious, and full of life. After graduating from college with a degree in nursing, Sarah accepted a job at a local hospital, where patients adored her for her warmth and attentiveness. At home, she was the doting daughter, the protective older sister, and the loyal friend who never let anyone down. Life seemed perfect. But beneath that surface of normalcy, no one knew that Sarah's story was about to become one of the most haunting mysteries her town had ever seen. On the evening of March 12th, Sarah went out for what seemed like an ordinary night. She had dinner with a close friend, laughing and talking about future plans. Later, she was seen leaving a small cafe downtown around 9:30 p.m. A few people remember her walking across the street to the parking lot where her car was parked. She waved at an acquaintance, smiled, and then vanished. The next morning, Sarah's car was found neatly parked outside her apartment complex. The driver's door was locked, but the keys were missing. Inside, her purse sat on the passenger seat with her wallet untouched. There was no sign of struggle, no footprints, and no witnesses who could say where she went after getting out her car. It was as if Sarah Price had simply evaporated into thin air. When police began their investigation, they focused on Sarah's closest relationships. Her boyfriend at the time, Daniel Reeves, was quickly questioned. Daniel admitted that their relationship had been rocky, filled with frequent arguments, but insisted he had nothing to do with her disappearance. Friends claimed Sarah had confided in them about possibly ending things with Daniel, but there was no concrete evidence linking him to the crime. Detectives also uncovered a troubling detail. Sarah had recently told her mother she felt like she was being followed. She had noticed a car trailing her on more than one occasion, but she brushed it off, not wanting to worry anyone. That detail became central to the investigation. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Volunteers searched wooded areas, rivers, and abandoned buildings. Flyers with Sarah's face covered every street corner, every cafe, every lamppost. But the more time passed, the fewer answers surfaced. Then came a chilling discovery. A year after Sarah's disappearance, hikers stumbled upon a torn piece of fabric deep in the woods outside of town. Forensic testing later confirmed that it belonged to the jacket Sarah was last seen wearing. Nearby, detectives found a set of tire tracks, but no vehicle was ever identified. The evidence raised more questions than it answered. Rumors began to spread. Some believed Daniel knew more than he was admitting. Others speculated Sarah might have run away from her life, but her bank accounts, phone records, and digital activity all stopped the night she vanished. Her family dismissed the runaway theory, insisting Sarah would never leave without saying goodbye. In one particularly eerie turn, A local man came forward claiming he saw Sarah that night. He described a young woman matching her appearance getting into a dark-colored SUV near her apartment. But the sighting could never be confirmed, and no SUV was ever tracked down. Over time, Sarah's disappearance became less of an active investigation and more of a ghost story whispered through the town. Her family never stopped searching, never stopped hoping for answers. They held vigils on every anniversary, lighting candles and praying for her safe return. Yet the silence remained. To this day, Sarah Price has never been found. Her case remains unsolved, frozen in time. Her parents keep her childhood bedroom exactly as it was, waiting for the day she might come home. The most haunting part? In a town where everyone knows everyone, nobody has ever been able to say with certainty what happened that night. Subscribe and turn on the notification button for more chilling true crime stories. Sarah Price walked across a parking lot, smiled at a friend, and then was never seen again.